It's national meets regional. Welcome to Sidewalks Entertainment, the long-running celebrity, music, and art series. Join us now for an exciting new path to celebrity interviews, music, rising talents, and much, much more.
One of the most popular cosplayer is a woman named Valerie Perez. She's known for playing Wonder Woman. Have you seen her before?
I have, actually. I just saw her in person for the first time today, and I was really excited to see her. Yeah.
Well, our cameraman, Justin, who's actually shooting right now, he actually got a chance to interview her. He likes her, too, and he thought she was one of his favorites.
I don't blame you, buddy.
Well, Justin, take it away.
Hey, JP Langston here at Big Wow in San Jose. Now, if you ever wanted to come to a place to geek out, this is the place. I mean, you got cosplayers, you got comic book artists, even some celebrities. Well, I run into this celebrity, one of my favorites. I've been following her since, I don't know when, I guess since I first met you. And she's here, Zatanna. I wanted to go back a little ways. I wanted to figure out, what was it about comic books and cosplay that got you going in the first place?
Actually, it was Laura Croft that got me out of my shell, because she basically had the same fashion sense. I always dressed like I was about to go camping, and I just got into some lookalike contests online and did well, and then met with my other Lauras, and then did my own fan film, and that just opened the door to doing more props and more costuming, because I have always loved Wonder Woman, but I didn't think I was worthy to touch the tiara, because I figured you got to do Wonder Woman right, or do it the best you can, or don't otherwise why bother? So I decided to do it the very best I could, and I've been very happy with it.
Cool. And then after that, soon after, you decided to make a fan film. Where did that all begin for you there? How did that come about?
Well, I keep wanting to up my game, so once you do the costuming and the photos, you kind of put in a fake backdrop, and then you decide why not go to a real location. I started going to waterfalls and caves, and I thought, this is so beautiful. I'm shooting with my friend who was a film student at the time. He thought, let's do a music video, and I go, you know what, let's just go ahead and do a movie. At that time, Laura Croft, after 4, we wasn't sure if she was going to come back for more, and we decided we wanted to see more of Laura. So we went ahead and did that fan film. And now, doing other characters, I've been doing a Justice League web series with the Nerdists. That's a kind of a parody, and who knows what's next.
Yeah. That's an awesome series, actually. Now, I know you represent DC, but you also represent Marvel also. How did you come into their attention and then get going with the whole artist renditions and...
Well, through some artists that I had met at Comic-Con, I met Mark Brooks, and he wanted me to model for an X-Men cover with Rogue being held by Mystique. And I ended up modeling for both of the women, and beyond that, I modeled for him doing Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch came about having a chance to meet Stan Lee being interviewed by Kevin Smith, and I thought, oh my gosh, I need Marvel. I threw my Elektra away, kind of fell out of love with Elektra after the movie, but Scarlet Witch was someone that I kind of related to, being very moody and powerful and not unapologetic. Yeah. Absolutely. Now,
besides the comic book characters, you do also an independent type comic with Atlanta Studios. It's Paula Peril, and you came into the attention of James Watson and all of them. How did you take to the character at first? Were you interested in the character to begin with, or was this something that just kind of fell into your lap? Or
well, after really enjoying what we did with the Tomb Raider property, he had the license for Tomb Raider comic books, and he wanted to do our fan film as a comic, but we decided we didn't want to give away the story in a comic. We decided to do the prequel. He just loved how I handled that. He was really hoping to get my thoughts on a new character he had, Paula Peril, which is a kind of cross between Nancy Drew and Lois Lane meets Indiana Jones. She's got this adventure element, kind of a supernatural gothic horror twist, and there's nothing I don't love about Paula Peril. Very determined. She's got a realistic set of limitations, but it's not quite superhero, not at that level. But the daring damsel in distress with the cliffhanger serials that kind of feel kind of like the beginning of Raiders of the Lost Ark. When she kind of gets out of it, she's more lucky than good, and her greatest strength is her tenacity. Yeah.
Now, you're not just a superhero and here to save mankind from impending doom, but you also do some charity work. You do things outside of all of this.
Well, we all do. We all do. All of us cosplayers often show up for Children's Shriners Hospital, City of Hope, the Redlands Community Police Department does a does an event where we come out and meet kids and families, and goods are giving out to many of them, over 1,000 kids, toys at the time of holiday season, and we're there to meet them and make a full day of it. It's really great.
That's pretty awesome. See, she's a superhero in many ways. That's why I call her my superhero. Now, you're somewhat of a filmmaker too, because you're starting to dabble, I guess, in directing, writing, producing. Can you go into detail about it? Are you still trying to move towards that direction?
It's almost came out of a necessity, depending on the project, what aspect I'm involved in. I'm involved in a lot of storyline for Paula. I've done some directing for municipalities, but I just love storytelling. And whether I'm in front of the camera and or behind, I just like to dive right in. What's really great about producing is it's a both left and right brain challenge. It's very creative. You're part of the storytelling process, but also you have the logistical challenges. You're there to kind of help the director have everything in place to go after his vision, but also kind of make it safe in the real world while he's immersing himself in the story. I like duality of that.
For more full-length celebrity interviews, visit sidewalkstv.com.